I deleted my socials for 2 weeks and I learned some uncomfortable truths, but some truths that I needed to know. The reason why I wanted to do this is because I started to notice I was scrolling way too much on social media, whether that be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I was just wasting time. And I don't think it's anything wrong with a little bit of entertainment, but I was saturating most of my day with entertainment, and I knew that there were better things I could be doing with my time, in all honesty. I did go on a fast with my church during that time, and it was not a requirement to delete your socials, but that was just something that I wanted to do because, like I said, I know that I needed it. The first thing I learned was how addicted I truly am to my phone. Like, it was embarrassing. I would literally find myself reaching for my phone every 5 minutes or so, looking to get that little quick fix off of TikTok or whatever it is, and it made me stop and ask myself, Denisha, why do you have this urge to scroll so much? And I realized that I scroll so much because when I'm looking at other people's lives, it gives me a break from the reality of my own life. It kind of allows me to live a life that I dream to live, because a lot of the people who I follow on social media, they're these people who live in these nice high-rise New York City dream apartments. They have these high-tech paying jobs or whatever type of jobs, even a creator job that I aspire to have. They have a life that I aspire to have, and while I don't think it's anything wrong with having aspirations and having role models that you look up to, I think it could become very dangerous when you saturate all of your time into looking at someone else's life, knowing that there's a life you aspire to have and you're not doing what you know you could be doing to get to that life. I do study a lot of creators in order to get inspiration for creating my own content, but it comes a time where I need to just get to the creating part and stop doing so much scrolling. I realized that I need to not look at creators as someone I envy or a life that I am beating myself up about not having at the moment. Going forward, when I look at the lives of the people on social media, I need to make sure I'm looking at it from a lens of aspiration and not envy, jealousy, or whatever else. I kept going back to my phone to get that quick fix of a scroll because for a split second I was able to step away from reality, but right after that dopamine rush was over, I would find myself depressed about my own life. This was a continuous cycle that I kept on going through, and I didn't even realize that I was going through it until I took this break from social media. I don't feel like people have to live any less of their life to make me feel better. At the end of the day, it's their life. I just need to change my mindset and know that you don't have to feel inadequate just because you're not where someone else is. Their path and their journey is their journey, and yours is yours. And believe me, I ain't just talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself too. This leads me to the next thing I noticed. I noticed my addiction to entertainment. And again, it's nothing wrong with entertainment, but I knew that there were certain things that I needed to get done around the house, but instead I would choose entertainment. And I mean, who wouldn't, right? But at the end of the day, as a woman of God, I know that God has called me to be a steward of this earth and a steward of my body. So what I do in my time is very valuable. I cannot just let it waste and pass me by. So during the times that I will find myself reaching for my phone, instead of doing that, I will ask myself, what is something that you can do, even if it's just one thing that you can do to replace that time of you scrolling? Just to give a little realistic update. First of all, quick disclaimer. Forgive the background noise because the washing machine is going off. It's hating on me being great, but we still gonna be great regardless. And then another thing is that when I turn on these little ceiling lights that are above me, the ceiling or the light system, whatever it is, start making these weird sounds. So if you hear that, here's your warning, and I'm sorry in advance. But I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know that yesterday I ate a lot of chips. Chips are kind of my weakness. Like, I absolutely love chips, and I'm actually proud of myself because typically after I eat a lot of something, goodness, that washer is loud. After I eat a lot of something and I know that I've eaten a lot of it, I typically beat myself up, I start self-sabotaging, I start telling myself what I'm not doing, yada yada yada. But you know what, today I'm very proud of myself because I'm not beating myself up. I know that I ain't have to eat all that, but I'm picking myself back up. I'm ready for the gym. Literally just got dressed. Okay, I ain't wearing nothing crazy. Got the little simple black leggings, t-shirt, yada yada. But typically I would be so down, really wouldn't even be wanting to go to the gym right now. I would be probably in bed and probably eating more due to guilt, shame, and whatever else. But by the grace of God, I am feeling good today. I am looking forward to my workout. Just took my pre-workout, and yeah, y'all, I'm feeling real good. So I just wanted to come out here and give y'all just the realistic parts of my growth, my journey, because it's not always gonna look perfect, but that's okay. And I'm really learning to stop self-sabotaging. Stop being mean to myself. Stop beating myself up. Learn, grow, and enjoy the process above all. But without further ado, I'm about to get this workout in, okay? So I will find myself doing other things like learning a new language. Lately, I have been learning Spanish. I use the app called Duolingo, and I think it's a pretty decent app. I also have been picking up a hobby of reading. Reading was always something I enjoyed. It really was just a matter of, is the book that I'm reading something that I am interested in? And the book that I've been reading lately is called Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's a pretty popular book in the space of finances and business is something that I really am interested in. So instead of scrolling, trying to get that quick fix, I would literally stop myself and say, Denisha, let's do this instead. The last thing that I learned actually really surprised me. I realized that I would be okay if I had no social media. I proved to myself that I can go even longer, because as we speak, it's probably been 18 days and I still have not downloaded the apps back. And I don't know when I will, but when I do, I know it's going to be on my time and when I'm ready. But I've really been challenging myself to do everything with intentionality. I don't want to just be doing things just to get people's approval. I hate being a people pleaser. That's something that I'm really trying to let go of, and I'm really trying to hone in on what my reason is and what my purpose for doing everything that I do. I want to stand before God and be proud of the intentionality and the purpose that I lived in this earth. I know that we're all going to have to give God an account, and I don't want God to pull up a scene or a time in my life where I did something with the wrong heart. So with that being said, you might need to go on a social media detox. I'm not trying to say that social media is the worst thing ever. It could or it cannot be, just depending on how you go about it and where your heart is with it. I think that when we get on social media, we should get on it with clear intentions. Some people use it for business, some for entertainment, some for whatever other reason, but I think you just have to be mindful of your mental health, because I do think it affects more people's mental health than they realize. All in all, I hope that you resonated with something in this video. My camera is literally about to die, so I'm trying to talk as fast as I can, but please be sure to subscribe if you did resonate with this video. Shout out to all my OG subscribers. I love y'all. Jesus Christ loves y'all. Peace, love, and blessings. Mwah.